May we humbly bow down to all graces of all Buddhas, Mahabuddhas, Bodhisattvas, Mahabodhisattvas, all the fully enlightened ones, the Arahants, the Maha-Arahants, all the great perfections, the great gurus, great masters, the grace of Luang Por Posi Surya Khemarato, all the Buddha seeds, all the embodiments of the great perfections, please hold a space for us. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations in using eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, with all the add-ons to all the gates of perceptions, adding on to sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and shapes, with all the labelings, with all desires, delusive attachments, and delusion, with the labeling of dualities, right, wrong, good, bad, neutral, yes, no, this is it, this isn't it, peaceful, restless, noisy, serene. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within all practices, whether it is worldly or spiritually, with all the obligations and all the agendas, attitudes, concepts, ideas, lifestyles, values, belief values, traditional values, and all the values given to everything. Dogmas, doctrines, all the bindings with conditions from any fixation to anything whatsoever, including religions. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all vengeance, revenges, jealousy, comparison, analysis, criticism, observation, all the add-ons to looking, seeing, and knowing, tasting, touching, smelling, listening, hearing, tasting, all the mental elements. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all fixation to temporary relationships towards husbands and wives, sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, relatives and friends, cousins, enemies, karmic debtors, those kind supporters, ancestors, all the relationship with the nations, within the nations, which is a collective karma, existing temporarily, relating towards one another temporarily. So let's move on without any attachments towards one another, so that there is no obligations, no commitments to bind each other with all types of conditions. Such relationship is only a temporary existing of the payback among one another through debts of karma, through the causes and effects that we have shared from our past lives, through giving and receiving, which is called causes and effects, which is in other words called debts of karma and debts of gratitude. And this happens to everyone. However, let's release all types of debts of karma and debts of gratitude by giving, by sharing, and by giving ahosi, forgiving, giving and asking for forgiveness in order to liberate all the bindings with all the debts of karma and debts of gratitude. Whether the relationship among one another is by good deed or bad deed, or neutral deed, let it be released. Let's forgive one another for whatever we have done, intentionally or unintentionally. And let's request for forgiveness from all the graces for whatever we have done in the way of rejecting, ignoring their reflections, ignoring their blessing. Keep opening and releasing all the attachments through all types of debts of karma, through all types of causes and effects. If any time we have leading anyone away from all graces in the past life, may it be released, may it be forgiven. And all the karma of rejecting the noble truth, the Satya Dharma, rejecting the blessing and the form of the blessing of the graces, using one's own opinions and meanings, and leading all followers to be far away from the graces. May it be forgiven, may it be released. May all cases of karma be released from now on and be liberated from now on. Whatever cases of karma we have done, all the causes, all the physical, verbal, and mental behaviors towards the graces, towards one another, all the hurting and harming towards one another, all the offenses towards one another and towards the graces, may it be released and liberated. Any inappropriate actions towards the portraits of the Buddhas, Mahabodhisattvas, putting all the images of them in the wrong places, placing them in the wrong places. May it be forgiven, and all cases of karma be forgiven from now on. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. And ahosi for all the cases of using black magic and control others' minds by using mental power in the wrong way and feeding one's own desire, delusion, and delusive attachment with all the perfection we have had, feeding with comfort, enjoyment, using eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind with the add-ons of sensual pleasures. Let's cancel this. It's not benefiting anybody. It's not the way of the graces. It's not by great compassion. Neither for oneself, neither for others, neither for anything, neither for the elements of earth, air, water, and fire that we have consumed. We owe them with gratitude, debts of gratitude. Let's open up beyond perception with the add-ons. Let's dissolve it. This is the giving channel. Open up and share the infinite force. Remind yourself, everything. So you open towards everything and with everything that is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Neither it is it or this isn't it. Shine out together with everything. With this, it will dissolve all the habits, habit to dwell in the mind, in the feelings, in the thoughts, in the recalls and memories. Habits to gain, to get, to obtain, to attain, to achieve. And also the habits to try to not attach, to not gain, not get, not obtain, not attain. Still grasping. But when we open up and share and scatter the infinite force, to the universes and beyond, this is the work of the graces. This is the great compassion that we can share at any moment, together with everything. Remind yourself with all those self-purify reminders. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping. That which has nothing to do with attachment or non-attachment or detachment. This is the infinite force, the essence, the divine force that we can share at any moment. Scatter it into the space, into the air, into the water, into the earth, into the fire. It will dissolve the traces of causes and effects, which are the frequencies or the Vedana that exist and remains by the being's mind, whether they are humans or non-humans, tangible or intangible forms of beings that have left the traces of their karma in the elements. The infinite force that has been shared and scattered from all graces and from all of us will dissolve those traces automatically. And there's no need to check whether it feels lighter or not, or it is heavier or not. Go further, further and further, widen out beyond labeling, because it is beyond the beyond. And that is the infinite force that we constantly shared and scatter it together with everything. Let's not close the eyes. Open all the gates of perceptions without add-ons. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with anything. Nothing is in anything. Through it all. Through it all. This is the great compassion, the same essence that is scattered into universes by all graces. So no wonder this word came. Grace, great compassion, great perfection. That's why grace originally is from giving. Giving, sacrificing, sharing, opening. That's why it's grace. Giving forgiveness. Giving that which is ungraspable is the ultimate giving. And the first great Buddha has been giving. From material to the divine, to the essence, which is not about anything. The merits, the good deeds, and the deeds of giving become the merit and become perfections in itself, because it's not fixated to itself. That's why it's perfection. The giving that is not fixated to giving itself become infinite force. And it can purify all types of grasping minds. So let the essence of the graces permeate into everything simultaneously. We are part of the graces, part of the essence of giving. So let's constantly open up. Whatever you do, any activities you are in, you can simultaneously scatter the infinite force further out, through and through.